Good evening, guys. How you doing? What'd you say? Oh, hello. Welcome. For those of you who didn't catch me in profile on the way up here to the mic, I am Jewish. That's what this is. It's a classic Jew face. It's cast from one of the original moulds. Original 2,000-year-old moulds. You may have seen it. You've probably seen it on the way into a lot of churches, just looking a little bit sadder, like this. Obviously, I'm talking about Jesus there. OJ, yeah? The original Jew. King of the Jews, best Jew ever, yeah? And we killed him. You know why? Because we don't fucking like magic. Yeah? David Blaine's on thin ice. I've come up from London tonight. I'm not actually from London, but I'm living there now, and it's all right. It's expensive. I'm in my 30s now, and I can't afford my own place. You know, I have to share. I share a place with my half brother, right? It's about that size. Listen, right? Guy's an arsehole, right? He treats me like shit. Yeah? He's always pointing out my flaws to me. So that's carpet, that's wood. The one in the kitchen, that's lino. A real prick. Well, I've met this guy. Have you ever met somebody that's like, they're so confident that they'll say something to you and you go along with it, and it's only later on in the day you realise, well, that didn't make any sense. They were just really confident. Maybe I didn't say that with enough confidence. Okay, let me try and explain. This guy came back to my house, right? He came back with my flatmate, right, after the pub. It was quite late, 8:30. I was already in my gym jams, right? And he was dressed quite smart, obviously does quite well for himself. My housemate introduced me to him. He's like, Adrian, this is Ben. Ben, this is Adrian, right? First thing Adrian says to me is, hey, Benji, just chill, man, yeah? Relax. I am relaxed. These are my pajamas. I think part of the reason Adrian was so confident is he's been taking some of them cocaines. Right? Well, you know about the cocaines. Well, if you don't, let me tell you about it. Right? It's this stuff, yeah? You smell it, yeah? And then your confidence just soars. Yeah? Far quicker than your personality can keep up with. Yeah? And you'll know if you see cocaine people at a party, because one of them will be chatting at the other one, saying something about the Twin Towers collapsing or something like that, saying, had to be an inside job, you know, they love a conspiracy theory. And the other one's not listening, you know, he's looking intently, but he's not listening, he's just thinking, oh, as soon as this guy stops talking, I've got a great point to make. Yeah, about the thing he said 10 minutes ago. But so this guy that came back to mind, like, he was from Zimbabwe, yeah? And you're probably thinking, was that a Zimbabwean accent Ben did a minute ago? And the answer is, I don't know. Yeah? But that is what he sounded like, right? And he was trying to tell me how he thinks like people in the UK are very materialistic, you know, and they're quite happy to boast about what they've got. And he's like, people in Zimbabwe, people in Zim, we ain't like that. We just chilled, yeah? Relaxed. I mean, sure, I got the big house, I got the big car, kids in private school, man, I don't like to talk about it. Now, he's obviously contradicting himself as he's saying that, but he said it with such confidence. I was like, yeah, man, that makes sense. Give me some of them cocaines. I was speaking about living with my half-brother earlier on and how, you know, we're at each other's necks sometimes. But, you know, I think that the truth of the matter is you get annoyed with whoever you live with eventually, right? I used to live with this guy in Swansea in Wales, right? Nice guy. He was Welsh. His mum was Venezuelan, right? So that made him half Venezuelan. Yeah? Venezuela. That's how he'd say it, right? You know, and any chance he got to say a sort of Spanish-sounding word, it would be in that accent. And I was making some paella one day, right? And you know, I may be remembering this wrong because the guy annoyed me so much. But I was like, hey, man, do you want some of this paella? And he goes, you know, it's not actually pronounced paella. It's pronounced... Right, you've been lovely. Thank you very much.